What's going on, people? Ron here with East Coast Cheap SRT, and I never did a proper comparison between the DR 750S 2-channel from BlackVue and the GoPro HERO 5 Black that you're watching me on now. I used to have this GoPro that I'm talking to you on mounted directly behind the dash cam for the days whenever I went down to the track for open test and tune, just so I could have like a really crisp, the best resolution possible. After moving over to the 750S, I took that mount down. I don't have the mount behind there anymore, and I'm going to show you in a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to mount this GoPro literally from here to there. I'm going to mount it right behind the dash cam, and it's 6 o'clock at night. I got to do a couple of errands. It's getting dark, which would be a great way to test this. It's overcast, so you're going to get the exact type of lighting and footage that the 750S front camera puts out. The 750S, the front camera, is a 1080 60 frames per second camera. The GoPro I have on 1080 at 60 frames per second too, to show you a comparison. Okay, so I am not trying to show you that the BlackVue can beat the GoPro, but what I want to show you is a comparison from the 750 1080 60 frames, and I want to show you how it compares side by side. It's just, you know, I'm bored. I got to drive, so why not? I might as well do this. So, all right, people. Now that I've got the GoPro mounted, there's some interference between the GoPro Wi-Fi and the actual Wi-Fi signal from the BlackVue. They're too close together, so I'm hoping that this is recording everything okay. I'm looking at my camera and it doesn't seem to be showing everything 100%, but you know what? F it, let's try it. So, I'll take you for a spin up to the store. We're gonna do a side-by-side comparison. I'm just gonna let this run. Now, in the left-hand corner of the BlackVue, you're gonna see a little discoloration. That's because the mount from the GoPro is actually just touching the corner there, and I tried to get it as lined up as best I could so you can see like an actual, like a real side-by-side comparison, and that's the best I can get it. I mean, I can move it again, but then you'll have one frame directly center over the hood and one way off to the side, and you know, that's pretty much the best I can get it. So the windows are up, and you're getting every ambient sound inside the cab from the vehicle. So what I'll do is roll the windows down. You can see how both cameras handle background noise. All right, so we've got the front windows down. Now I'm putting the and the, what do you call it? The sunroof is open too. One of the coolest features I like about the GoPro though is that in post-processing you can put overlays like you know, your speed, your G-force, your you can put everything in, like you know, altitude, how fast you're going, track, etc. It's dark now I can show you a good side-by-side comparison of the DR 750S 2-channel at night compared to the GoPro HERO 5 Black also at night. Now here's the thing. You're looking at the GoPro without Protune on. Protune can boost the light resolution, can boost the light input, okay? It can drastically increase your brightness at night. This is just in your 1080, 60, you know, normal mode. I'm going to show you in a second because it's not a fair comparison to show you side by side. But right out of the box, the GoPro, you know, with the 1080, 60 selected, this is what you're getting. I'm going to switch it over to Protune in a second and show you how much brighter it gets, okay? Now, also by using Protune, you're gonna have to...
Red light camera ahead.
Also, by using Protune, you're gonna have to work with the footage in post a little bit, which can be a pain in the ass. So,
you've reached your marked location.
if you're just set on throwing the camera up there in 1080p, 60, like I have mine set right now, then, you know, and you don't worry about post-processing and all that stuff, this is what you're gonna get. So in a minute, I've got to pull into the gas station. So right now, for the first minute or so, 2 minutes, you're gonna see a side-by-side. Here's the GoPro next to the 750S. Okay, now the 750S, my settings are pretty low for night vision. It also has the capability of boosting your light input. So as soon as this light turns, once I get a chance to stop and switch it over and put the camera in Protune on the GoPro, I can show you. Again, these are just side-by-sides to show you what you're getting difference-wise. There are many different settings on both cameras that you can play around with. So these are not, this is not made to skew either one, to say, oh, this one's better, but you didn't do this, or that one's better, you didn't do that. So, I need gas. Alright. Alright. Get gas right. Right there at 6. Alright guys, now this is with the GoPro on Protune mode. Getting some darker areas here, you can see it. I'll be switching back and forth between the 750S and the GoPro, just so you can see like what you're getting. I'm going to try not to make this a super long video. I just want you guys to know that if you have a GoPro laying around, you can throw that up to record while you're driving. You don't need to buy a dedicated dash cam. It's not important what brand you use for a dash cam. What is important is that you also experience mistakes that were both your fault and not your fault. So just protect yourself. You know, get a camera, mount it, make sure to turn it on when you're driving. A dash cam is basically install, you know, and forget it, because it'll come on every single time. GoPro, you're going to constantly have to remember to turn it on, and you know, you don't want to justify the price versus some of the other cheaper dash cams, and you don't want to get, if somebody breaks in and steals it, then you're kind of screwed. So another feature on the dash cams that have GPS, you can also prove, you know, your speed. If somebody says you were speeding and etc. I mean, I hope everyone had a nice weekend.
Wi-Fi hotspot unavailable.